You're listening to the sound of the 80s with the Old School Movements podcast.
Hey, Old School Movements podcast. Who are we, Leroy? Who are we? Who's in the house? Tell everyone.
Well, first and foremost, we're back with a vengeance, back to attack the masses. We are Old School Movements with the naughty, nasty knowledge, aka George Hamilton.
Hello.
Then we've got Staximus, Decimus, Meridius, my brother from another mother. There's me. You are the last dragon. And then you got the host with the most, who likes brown bread. He likes Perrier water, and he's from Chiswick. He is Funky Bougie DL. And all together, we are the Fantastic Four. Forget Benjamin Grimm and the Human Torch. We are the Fantastic Four. We are Old School Movements back in the place.
Well said. Well said.
Okay. So if we were the Fantastic Four, who would be who?
Listen, we're not that Fantastic Four. We are our own Fantastic Four.
I know. Pulling your leg. Like.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. It's good to be back. I hope you guys listened to our last episode. It was our special for the for the
charity.
Charity. For Life's Not Nice, which is a great charity. So guys, check them out. What's the website? Because
you can find them at www.livesnotknives.org/donate. If you haven't already, listen to it and leave a little donation for them. You can do a one-off thing, or you can set up like a monthly donation for them. But yeah, they're doing good work, so it's definitely worth checking them out.
Yeah, all about positivity.
All about positivity, you know,
not negativity.
You can make a change.
Helping keep
most
kids
definitely
off the streets. Yeah. They do a lot of things. They take kids out to events and stuff. And
the workshops and stuff. Yeah, do loads.
So really good. Big up Lives Not Knives. Okay, so yes, we're here with our traditional 80s thing swang as we normally do. And as I was saying, if you did hear our last episode, which, you know, we talked about situations when we were young, talked about situations now and stuff. So it's a bit different, but we're going to go back into the zone of our comedic feathers that we have. So we're going to go back to our versus vibe, and we're going to do the best old school punch-ups. So we're going to pit different old school punch-ups.
Bust-ups and punch-ups.
Yeah, against each other. Whether it's a beef, whether it's an actual fight, we're going to just pit them together. And let's see which situation was worse. We're gonna vote between us. Which one hit us more? Which one we enjoyed more? Which one was better? Which one
come out on top?
Who will come out on top? Who had more of an impact? So our first one is a bit of a curveball. Yes, we know we're the old school movements, and we know we talk about the 70s, 80s, and 90s and so on. But old school, the past is the past. Last week was old school.
the way time moves these days, fucking hell.
Yeah, the way time's moving. So our first, just to get you guys to understand where we're going here, our first is two superheroes that we've known when we were little, and generations before knew these guys when they were little, and kids now know these guys like they're something new. They're treating these heroes like the Air Jordans. See all these kids who wear Air Jordans like they're new. They're not new. We had them. They're old school. Just how these superheroes are old school. So our first beef, our first movie bust-up, punch-ups, is our Falls from Grace. Now, you're thinking, what are you talking about, Falls from Grace? I'll get into it. Hulk is the big green giant, right? When you're in trouble, you call on the Hulk, right? He deals with things. Who can defeat the Hulk?
Not many.
Who can defeat the Hulk, Leroy? Who can defeat the Hulk? He's the Incredible Hulk.
He's the Incredible Hulk.
He's the Incredible Hulk. But wait, he met his match in a certain film called Avengers: Infinity War.
Oh yeah.
He met his match in the first 5 minutes of the movie. It made you go, hold on, this is the Hulk.
You feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
What? guys, we're talking about when our hero, who we used to watch from when he was on TV, on ITV,
wrecking courtrooms,
wrecking stuff, to the cartoon when he's bouncing up and down from walls, to all the films that come out, the big mighty Hulk got humbled by Thanos.
Yeah.
humbled.
Yeah, he did.
Like
He did.
he was scared for the rest of the. He didn't even turn into the Hulk for the rest of the film.
Still hasn't turned up.
He got made to look like a chump in the first minute, man.
That set the tone of that movie. So that's what I'm saying. A fall from grace. Whose fall from grace was more sad, more touching? You thinking about who else had a fall from grace? Listeners, Leroy Stacks. Who else had a fall from grace as hard as the Hulk? The big green. Remember, Loki introduced him. We have the Hulk. Came in, got beat up. Right? But whose grace is worse than that? Well, let me tell you something. The Dark Knight was looking for the nemesis, and he got set up by Catwoman. And when he got set up by Catwoman, this is in The Dark Knight Rises. When he got set up by Catwoman, who did he bump into? He only bumped into Bane, didn't he? And Bane bust his ass. Even broke his back.
Broke his back.
And now I'm going to break your back. I was born into darkness.
He didn't just overpower him. He outclassed him in everything.
Outclassed him. He outpunched him. He knew all of Batman's skills. He took it. He broke his mask. He didn't even care. I don't care if you're Bruce Wayne. Like he did it. He broke the mask and left him for dead. So, guys, whose fall from grace was more? Is it embarrassing? Whose fall from grace was more? Oh, that's a bad one. Whose fall from grace was? You got to get back on your feet and deal with this. Leroy.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, DL, you do some wicked impressions, man. My goodness. I thought I thought I could do a Bane impression, but you just hit the ball out of the park with that one. Well done. Bravo. Encore.
Why, thank you.
What are you doing here?
Yeah. All right, so what would you say?
Just a quick breakdown. First of all, when Loki said we have the Hulk, wow. I thought, oh yeah, I forgot Hulk. You know, when I was watching the movie, I said, oh, I forgot the Hulk was on the ship.
Yeah.
Hulk
It's
was
done
doing
now. It's done.
Hulk was doing well.
Yeah.
And then what's his name? Squidward had said, oh, let him have his fun. And then Thanos just twisted him and folded the Hulk. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Out Hulk the Hulk. Like, yeah.
Out Hulk the Hulk.
That was before he had all the stones and shit as well, wasn't it? He didn't even have...
He wasn't even top
He
level.
wasn't even top level yet.
Exactly. He didn't have the click yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have the full set of stones, and he didn't have the click to make people disappear.
Yeah. That's right.
He just used his combat, and he just folded the Hulk.
True. Dodges, counters, landed big
And I was
clean
like,
shots.
wow.
Yeah.
Then moving on to Bruce Wayne, aka Batman, the Dark Knight.
He's the overconfident.
When Bane, oh my God, trained by Ra's al Ghul. I was like, because I watched that the other night, and I was like,
It's been on, it has been on.
wow,
Yeah.
wow. Wow, I felt sorry for Batman.
Quick interjection. Just thinking of it, when you said trained by Ra's al Ghul, so do you think they're trying to market Liam Neeson as a new Chuck Norris? Because he trained Ben Kenobi,
It's true,
who trained Anakin, and he trained Bruce Wayne to be Batman and Bane. He's like the godfather of combat. Liam Neeson.
For real.
As an actor.
He did.
He'll be popping up in a Matrix soon.
Yeah,
He did.
And I swore he played Zeus in Clash of the Titans in the remake. Of Clash of the Titans.
He
has
did.
done. In Wrath of the Titans or one of them.
They just lauded his reputation, haven't they? Wow. Anyway, sorry, Leroy. So, which fall from grace was more embarrassing?
Yeah, no. So just to wow, I felt.
And remember, take note that Batman came back and beat him up.
Regardless, I feel that all the tricks.
Hulk still hasn't come back.
No, he's still hiding.
Regardless of that, I still think that when Bane knew all the tricks and was knew all the moves and then broke his back. Me back. He broke it, man. And I felt sorry for him. I really did feel sorry for Batman. So for me, fall from grace,
Batman's fall from grace.
It hit Batman's fall from grace, and I'm still upset with Mr. Selfie Hulk because that's
Fair
all he
enough.
was doing,
It was
taking
was.
selfies.
Yeah, it is new top. Stacks, you're smiling.
Oh.
You're getting involved. You've seen both films.
Tumbleweeds, crickets.
Uncomfortable silence. I've seen parts of both films.
Okay, are you aware of these embarrassing moments in combat?
I'm aware of these moments in combat.
Mm.
So I'm going to give a very short and brief.
Yeah.
Not like Leroy's detail. 'Cause Leroy's
was a
always got the
monologue.
detail.
It was like the ship at the beginning of A New Hope, Star Wars. It just went on. It went on.
I thought I was being quick.
Nah,
It was good.
we
It was good,
really
though.
run out of recording time.
Yeah.
I'm going to base it on the
Mm.
characters that I know
Yeah.
in terms of like they can't be beaten, right?
Yeah.
And to see the Hulk get mashed up, like the Hulk's the Hulk,
The Hulk's a Hulk. It's sad.
Incredible Hulk.
incredible Hulk. No one should be able to beat the Hulk, but he get mashed up.
He turned into the Incredible Sulk.
Hulk, yeah.
There you go.
And that's
yeah.
like because like you know Batman, he might
Batman's
get
only
beat.
human. You
Yeah.
can get beat. You can
Yeah,
get
he
beat.
could get
yeah.
beat, and then
Yeah.
you know when someone tries to finish him off, he might just disappear or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then repair and come back. But the
Yeah.
Hulk,
Yeah.
nah,
The
for
Hulk
me
was
it's got to
scared.
be that because he shouldn't be beaten.
Yeah.
He's the Incredible
real.
Hulk.
Okay, so Leroy's Batman, Stacks Hulk, Chris.
That's why this one's a hard one, man. So I agree with both of these two, man. But I think again, like when you see Batman's back get broken, you think like he's done. Like, what? It's going to be a wheelchair for the rest of the film. Like, what's going to happen? But and the thing is, as well, with the
Put the
comeback,
cape on the back of the wheelchair.
with the comeback, you know, he done all the training, rebuilds himself, learns from his mistakes. But to get back at him, don't he do something to Bane's air supply and like? He doesn't actually beat him
Yeah,
in strength. He has to do something to him, innit?
Yeah, but he done it like, you know, when you're playing an old game on the Commodore 64, you go, if I do that, it will
then
make
it's-
that happen.
yeah.
He
yeah,
did
it's
that.
just all done now.
He did that. Just how in Empire Strikes Back to go around the attack walker's legs
Yeah.
with wire, it
Yeah.
will make them fall. You got to think of a way.
Yeah,
You
Do
gotta
you know
think
what I mean?
outside the box.
yeah.
You got to think, and after Big Batman up for thinking outside the box. in
It
that.
was his only weakness, really, innit? If you attack that
Yeah.
bit or sort that bit
Yeah.
out, you know, he's more or less done. So
He needed his asthma pump.
Yeah. DL, let's hear that once more, man. Let's hear that voice once more, man. That Bane.
It will appear during the show. Don't worry. Don't worry. That comes later.
I'm gonna go Batman. I'm gonna go Batman. 'Cause it was shocking to
Batman.
see, like you're thinking, man, he broke his back, like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm probably gonna say Batman as well, just because how it was, as I said, Catwoman set him up, and it was the whole scene was dark. Like he thought he was gonna save the day with Catwoman.
Yeah, he went in overconfident. That was it.
She
man.
just locked the gate and goes, you know what, you can handle it now.
Mm.
And it was sad. But the Hulk's the Hulk. You should have trained and come back. You haven't come out since.
Yes.
Since.
Like that had a second
Yeah.
Infinity Wars, and you still ain't come to fight Thanos.
He's got PTSD, man. He's done.
Yeah,
He's-
yeah.
He's
that's a
done,
fall from
man.
grace,
We're not
that
seeing
is,
the Hulk again.
He's
Yeah.
wearing clothes and wearing glasses now, and as you said, taking selfies in coffee shops. Come on,
Yeah.
Hulk, man.
Come on, Hulk, man. No.
He needs to go change a tire in it and slip or do something
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Cut his hand.
In the rain.
in the rain.
You would like it when I'm
He
angry.
might bring back his anger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's what we
So,
want to see. Bill
I
Bixby,
get it.
Lou Ferrigno.
So yeah,
Hulk.
ladies and gentlemen, we had to throw that in because I know it's an old school film, but new school film, but they're old school characters.
character.
We all know these
Yeah,
guys,
the
and you
characters,
saw their
man.
downfall. You waited till you was a middle-aged person to see their downfall, like we all do. They were our heroes. Like we experienced them as our heroes all our childhood lives. This
Yeah.
generation's seen them as
Invincible.
losers. Yeah, but
Yeah.
they witnessed their memories of the Hulk is he got beat up.
He got beat up and now he's a coward.
Their memories of Batman is he got beat up, but he come back. But he got.
Yeah.
We've never seen Batman beaten up. We've never seen Hulk beaten up as kids.
Yeah.
This generation did. Sad times. All right, so our number two is, you're probably going to know what this is. We're in the 80s again, and we're going to go for the best fighting movie. Right?
Movie punch up.
Best fighting movie. Like, what comeback was better? Who said, you know what? I'm not having this. I'm coming back and stronger. Is it the guy that needed the eye of the tiger, Or is it
I
the
knew
kid
Who waxed on, waxed off?
who waxed on, waxed off?
You're the
Yeah.
best you're around.
Who was the best around? Who thought, I'm not letting these skeleton dressed kids beat
Bully
me
me.
up on their BMXs?
Yeah.
Or who or did the guy who let the guy say, hey woman, did he let that get to him? Or did he handle it better than the Karate Kids? Leroy, where you gone? By the time he got to Rocky 3, then he had to show his mettle. So he got beat, remember, by Clubber Lang. Clubber Lang beat him first round, dealt with him. I told you. He told everybody he dealt with him. The Chicago bomber. He had a name, didn't he? From Chicago.
He had a name.
Clubber
I
Lang.
told you I beat that fool. He told you. He told us. But Rocky was down and out.
I'll be happy to beat up on him some more.
Yeah. He was down and out. He didn't have
He
nowhere
is
to
no
go.
challenge. I'll
But he's-
reject the challenge.
But his old friend came back. His old friend who he beat came back, felt sorry for him, and gave him the eye of the tiger, gave him all his skills. And he
And
came back
shorts.
to be the champ. And his shorts. And his shorts. and his
Lucky
shorts.
belly
Lucky
top.
draws.
And the boob tube what he was wearing.
Yeah,
whatever they wore
man.
on the beach. And his hot pants. Here's my hot pants. Here's my striped hot pants.
Yeah, budgie smugglers.
Here's my wear them in the fight. Well, what do you mean, bud? Just wear them. Can you imagine Pollard's laughing at him? He's wearing my shorts.
Careful, Chris. You had leg warmers.
That leg was fine.
Careful.
So look, it's Rocky. It's Rocky's comeback punch up against Clubber Lang, or it's what's his name? Danny
LaRusso. Danny
versus
LaRusso,
Johnny Lawrence.
or Danny LaRusso's not comeback, but revenge. Shall we say on the whole crew? Did he take them all out to get to the finals, or just a couple of them?
Yeah.
He took a couple of.
He took
I
a
think he
couple
took
of
a
them.
couple of them, innit?
He took a couple of that, but saved the best to last.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
He took out half of Cobra Kai
Yeah.
through intense training. So Stacks, for the year, what comeback was better? Was it Rocky's comeback to beat the Lang, or was it the Karate Kid's kicks
Well,
to defeat
I'm glad
Cobra
you
Kai?
I'm glad you picked two of my, shall I say, most hated films.
Rocky 3 is a good film.
That's
man.
what I'm
It is.
saying,
I mean,
man.
put it this way, I prefer Rocky 3 probably my favorite only because Mr. T's in it.
Mm.
I
Okay.
hated.
Karate Kid, yeah, I never liked karate. I like traditional kung fu. Karate Kid was whack,
We all did. We
I
all
know.
did. Remember?
but like,
This is bubblegum.
That's
you
why I
know what I
didn't
mean?
watch
And this
it.
was on bank holidays.
We all know it. We all know it's bubblegum. We all know it's
I know.
bubblegum.
but I don't like bubblegum. So I've seen it, but I don't like it. So
Fair enough.
that's that. But you know this already. Anyway. You know what I'm like when it comes to film. But between the two of
I
them,
think the listeners know as well. So. Not he's saying it like it's secret.
This is
Chris
what
and
I'm
Lou are
saying.
like, yeah, we know too. What are you talking about?
true.
Yeah,
They
go on,
don't call
go
me
on.
Oscar the Grouch for nothing.
Exactly.
I'm
Go
telling
on.
you, you've definitely come out today.
And, Leroy's still baffled that you put Rocky in one of the worst films.
That's what I'm saying.
I've never liked Rocky. Because I don't like Sylvester Stallone. I don't like him as an actor. So I'm sorry. I don't like Rambo.
Wow,
What can I
stop
say?
it. Stop
It's-
now.
I never.
Please.
The thing is, I've never have. I never have.
That's enough.
That's enough. Like, Bane,
That's enough.
tell him.
Okay, so
But
Stacks.
I am going to give you a definitive answer,
Mm,
and I think that between the two of them,
mm.
like, no, I give the Karate Kid his props for coming back and beating all of them in order to, do you know what I mean, get his revenge on them.
Mm.
I didn't like seeing Mr. T get beat by. I'll be honest with you, I didn't like that. You know.
Oh my God. Oscar's in the house. In his house.
You know what? Stacks watches Rocky 3 until Rocky got beat by Mr. T. That's it.
That finishes it. It finishes it.
After that, I'll shine it off.
He's like, He's like, Mickey's dead. Rocky got beat. Great movie. Yeah.
Club Along's a champ.
What's next?
Forget the end credits.
Yeah, no, I ain't watching that far into it at all.
Wow.
But the way
Yeah, it's
Mr. T
tough.
plays it, like you don't have that love for him like you would in like the
Exactly.
A-Team. For me,
I
for me
hated
anyway, even
Mr. T.
I love
He-
Mr. T, man. But
He plays the pantomime villain part.
He played it well,
Yeah.
man.
And if you like Rocky, then you're going to see him as a pantomime villain. But I didn't like Rocky anyway. So I liked what Mr. T was bringing. I liked the way he was just gunning him. Like, that's, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's good.
But I didn't like seeing him get beat, though, man. But then we're talking about Rocky getting beat, really, aren't we?
Yeah.
The first time
Not,
round, yeah.
not Club Alone.
So I'm
Was-
going with Clubber Lang, the undefeated champ of the world.
Okay.
That cleared a lot of things up, Stacks. I
Yeah.
tell you. Bloody hell, man.
I'm moving so swiftly on to Chris. Chris, what's your
Oh man! Again, this is quite a hard one. Even though I agree with Stacks with the Karate Kid stuff, you know, we were watching 70s kung fu films around these days. So to see this style of karate film, it was like, yeah, this is like quite.
Whack.
Saying that, it's probably got one of the most
Yahtzee.
all-time greatest finishing moves. You know, with that crane kick out of in cinema history of that genre of sort of kiddish karate films. And he was the underdog for all the fight. It was the big comeback at the end. But I'm going with Rocky and,
You going
and
Rocky?
Clubber then, man.
Do you know what? I've got a sly confession. It's a sly one. I get what Stacks is saying about Mr. T getting beat. I'm like, get beat by Rocky. Yes, Rocky beat him, but I was looking at it going, but there's a bit when Clubber Lang's throwing hooks and Rocky just dodges all of them and comes
Yeah.
back and beats him.
Yeah.
And I remember the music going, and I was like, Mr. Clubber Lang wouldn't get beat like this. I get it. I get the movie, but
He tires him out.
you know what I'm talking about, Leroy?
Yeah,
But-
I know it.
So I'm going to go with Karate Kid because he took out the kids who bullied him, won a trophy to prove it. This ain't a rumor. I've got a trophy
Yeah.
that shows I beat you all. And you lot have been training longer than me. But I managed to take out your whole crew. So I'm
That's
going with
true.
Karate Kid. Okay, so we're staying in. We're going to our third
Leroy.
fight.
Leroy hasn't said that yet, is he?
No, I ain't.
Leroy's.
I've
sweet.
been patiently waiting.
He's got a lot to say.
I've been patiently waiting.
I'm sorry, Leroy. My apologies.
I've been patiently waiting.
Go on, Leroy.
Listen, that Oscar the Grizzouch in his house, what you said there, my God. Listen, at the end of the day, you lot are thinking with your adult minds and brains. Back in the day, we didn't. Mr. T was the villain until he became B.A. Baracus. Then we started, because my experience,
I get what you're saying.
my experience was I wanted Rocky to batter the hell out of him.
That's true.
Then, like a year later, he turns into, hey sucker, hey fool, the lovable,
Yeah,
Ain't getting no plane.
yeah, I ain't getting on no plane. And then Mr. T becomes my idol.
Yeah.
But
I get it. He was a
but
villain.
I'm sorry, Karate King, Daniel LaRusso. Oh my God, bubble gum on steroids. Nah.
It was.
The best comeback was Rocky Balboa. Ding ding, and that's it.
Karate Kid's like breakdance of the hip hop sort of films, isn't it, man? It's that, it was proper bubblegum, man.
It's proper bubblegum.
It is, man. I'm sorry, man.
So yeah, that was okay. That's fair enough, Leroy. That's next one. Okay, so with the next one, we're staying in the fighting zone.
Fight.
We're going to the best fighting game. We're in arcade games. We're in arcade game zone.
Okay.
And it's all about fighting. Like before we didn't play one-on-one. Best player wins, stays on, all that. It was just, as you say, this is how old we are. Before this game come out, we're still playing in the arcade. We're still playing, kung fu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big game. Big game.
That's the only game we're playing martial arts wise
Yeah.
in an arcade. Maybe
Yeah.
at home.
Was Double
Kung
Dragon
Fu.
out?
Double
Double
Dragon
Dragon?
was out. Sorry,
Double
we're
Dragon.
playing
Double
Double
Dragon was
Dragon.
about.
We're playing. Yes, we're playing Double Dragon. Yeah, okay.
Was it Rampage? Not Rampage. What's the other one?
Renegade.
Like Double Dragon. Renegade.
Renegade.
But that was,
Target
I didn't see
Renegade.
that in the arcade. I only saw it on my console. I never saw that
Okay.
game in the arcade. But anyway, until this game come out, there's nothing going on. But when Street Fighter come out,
Oh my
when
God.
Street Fighter come out, it destroyed everything.
Yes.
But it gets better. You know it gets better because then Street Fighter 2 came out.
Boy.
And we all
Best one,
love
man.
Street
Yeah.
Fighter, but
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2 had more color, more
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah. It was
It had
quicker.
more going on. It's quicker. Chun-Li was introduced. Remember, Street Fighter 1 is just Ryo and Ken, and then it's
Yeah.
on their way to fight Sagat and Bison. That's all they're doing. You know, they fight Birdie, they fight a couple other people who are not in it no more. But Street Fighter 2 brought Japan, China,
Yeah.
Brazil. They brought all that for us.
India,
Um,
Russia, Brazil.
had all that. Had all that. Even though the first one had a couple of countries, but this went
Global.
bigger, bigger and better. So we were playing that for ages, killing it. It was on the N64. Then you know,
Years. Nothing could
killing
beat that, man.
killing it. Nothing could beat it. Nothing could beat it until someone decided to mix actual film motion into a game.
Oh,
It looked a bit
Finish
crazy,
him.
but it got better.
fatality.
So you know what we're saying?
Wicked.
Which game's better? Is it Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat?
Jeez.
That is a very, very
Tough.
tough
They
one.
both got a little bit of a
Very,
different gameplay, but it's still they're
Yes.
very close and similar in style. Aren't they,
Yeah.
man?
They
Yeah.
are. The finishing, if you can get that finishing move done,
Oh, they were
Yeah.
wicked.
then there was some serious business going on.
Serious gore as well.
Serious violence.
Yeah.
So what is it, guys? Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat? Where we going?
Oh,
Chris, where you going?
It's
man.
that's a tough because, like you see,
that's hard.
Mortal Kombat's a big game.
Chris, what would you?
I was even when Mortal Kombat come out, I didn't want to turn to it. I was still Street Fighter for a while, probably up until about Street Fighter 4, I think. Then I started getting into Mortal Kombat. I knew of it and people had it. I'd go to their houses and I'd see it, but I was always Street Fighter. But I don't know, for pure fighting.
I think there's something about the Street Fighter gameplay.
Yeah, that's what I said. So for pure gameplay and just easy to jump into it, once you've learned a few of the moves, Street Fighter was good. But for the gore and the story mode, like the finishing moves,
Yeah.
there's Mortal Kombat was good, man.
Yeah.
And there was, loads of, you mentioned that one earlier. There was Tekken. There was a few other of these sort of
Yeah,
style.
Tekken
but
was good.
Tekken was
they're all
big.
good, but none of them sort of beat this. And I used to like
Yeah.
the what was the other one? Oh God, it's gone out of my head now. Another Japanese one. It was a Sega.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. Yeah, I used to like Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
as
I used
well.
to try. I tried to get into that for a
That
bit.
had a
as
few
well,
weapons
actually.
in it, so that made that more
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
But they
Soul
all
Calibur
spawned
was
off
alright.
of, Street Fighter was
Yeah.
the original, man.
Yeah.
This is a hard one.
So
Yeah.
Leroy, what are you
It's
saying?
hard.
Which one is it?
Yeah, I would go for Street Fighter 2. Because I'm just thinking about which one I enjoyed playing the most. And I
Street
thought
Fighter.
both were game changers at the time, but Street Fighter 2 for me.
was
I
good.
played
That was the one.
more. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
the gameplay of it, and was it when Street Fighter was it Alpha came out?
Yeah.
Oh,
The speed of that worked for me, man, because you could do the moves quick kind of thing. Yeah, the gameplay on Street Fighter I think is superior to all of
Yeah.
those, but Tekken has to get a shout out because I spent
Tekken was good.
me and the
yeah.
missus spent hours when we first started going out. I'm talking till 5-6 in the morning
Yeah.
trying to beat Kazuya.
I agree with you all. Street Fighter's gameplay. Remember, once you
Gameplay's
learn
wicked,
half a circle
smooth.
kick, half a
Yeah.
circle punch,
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Full circle.
once you've got that-
Kick,
you've
yeah.
got it. But
And the Sonic Boom one as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, you can't tell someone to do that and that'll finish him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a button
can't.
basher, isn't it?
You need to, you need to go to you get the book.
Yeah,
You know,
the booklet,
tells you all
yeah.
the moves.
And still you're having
Yeah,
problems.
yeah.
Because something comes out and you're like, okay, I'll just settle for that one.
Yeah, that's
But-
the
Or you
thing.
try and do a finish him, and all you do is punch him in the face.
Yeah. You walk up to him and just punch him and he's
Flip
dropped.
over him.
Yeah. It's like you can't look at it and go, I'm gonna do this move on you. In Street Fighter, you can
Yeah.
say, I'm doing this move. On
Yeah.
This move,
And
yeah,
it comes
out,
off.
definitely.
Yeah, you're
But-
right. You're right.
But with Mortal Kombat, you can't do that. And the first Mortal Kombat
Bloody
was too
combat. it should
too
be.
blocky. As too.
Yes.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you
it
remember. It
was.
just looked weird.
It did look weird.
The characters were detached from the scenery.
Yes.
It was just
Like,
and
You're
and
right,
When you're,
Stax.
thinking,
Green
of,
screen
when
type
you're thinking of arcade, you need a while to get your head around Mortal Kombat. With Street Fighter, you can just get into it.
You could just jump
It's
into
bright,
it.
it's
2-player was
colourful.
good.
I'll
yeah.
say half a
Yeah.
circle punch, half a circle kick, half a circle
Yeah.
hard kick, you
Or
just
forward
do
back,
that.
forward back, forward,
Yeah,
forward
yeah.
back, and you
Yeah.
do the spinning bird kicks and that. It was that was
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah,
I always used to think that the woman character in
Chun-Li.
Mortal Kombat. No, there was a woman character. I think she had
Sonya
white
Blade?
blonde hair.
Sonya
Yes.
Blade, I think.
Yeah, Sonya.
yeah.
I always used to think she was the
she was
who's the film one. Cynthia Rothrock.
Rothrock.
Yeah, I used to think that was
yeah,
her
yeah.
who done the part for that. I'm not sure if it was or not.
China
Yeah.
O'Brien. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You know.
Yeah.
Right, you're right.
There's a connection there.
Okay, so are we all unanimous in Street Fighter?
Certainly. And Chung Lee's thighs.
Definitely.
Shut up.
I thought I'd get that in.
So let's move on. Let's move on to our next. Let's move on to our next old school punch up, dust up, whatever you want to call it, whatever slang you want to call it. And this time we are going into the phase of look, we don't need to punch, we don't need to even kick. We just need to play our beatbox and fucking breakdance, man. That's how they dealt with the battle.
We don't fight, we dance.
We don't fight, we dance. We've got beef. I'm meeting you at the local club and we're gonna windmill it out, brother.
Crazy leg it out, exactly, man.
So, you know, we don't fight, we dance. Indeed. So look, two classic films. One was Bubblegum, one was Raw. What was better? Breakdance or Beat Street?
I knew you was gonna say that. Once again, you've done it.
Beat Street, the king of the beat. I see you rocking that beat from across the street. Beat Street is a lesson too. If you don't get the beat, you get you.
My goodness, the impressions.
Beat Street, they had like, I'm not saying that breakdance didn't, but this was the Rocksteady crew and the New York City Breakers,
They had, even though, breakdance did have original breakers.
but not the Rocksteady crew and the New York City Breakers.
Yeah, but not. But look, Turbo was a man in his own right. Ozone was a man in his own right.
Yeah, and he could pop and lock. He
pop
could
and
dance,
lock.
man.
But yeah,
it was something coming from England as well, and seeing that the blow up of hip hop, breakdancing, and that. We always went sort of East Coast, or I did anyway. East Coast is where it originated, and then obviously breakdance is LA, California based. And it was always bubblegum that side for me.
Yeah.
Whereas the East Coast was raw hip hop, raw
East Coast
graffiti.
was still hip hop. Remember Rocksteady crew and all that. That was where breaking came from. But LA breakdance just took it and put it in LA in that respect because as you say, Beat Street had more raw feel to it.
Yes.
It felt like
Yeah.
it felt like a reality.
Yeah.
Where people ain't doing magic with broomsticks outside.
Nah.
the street.
Yeah.
People ain't dancing on ceilings.
No.
Saving community centres with trash cans and bright pink jackets.
Oh man.
But Stacks, what are you saying?
Go to Leroy first. Leroy, let Leroy take the stage.
Yeah. As a kid, both movies mesmerized me, man. I was excited.
Definitely.
Hearing it in the school playground from the older kids about both movies. And when I saw both of them, I was overwhelmed, man. But if I was to go with one, I'd go with Beat Street, man.
Beat Street had the battles, man. Yeah.
That feel, do you know what I mean? Love the Turbo and Ozo, but when you look back, you think, whoa, hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. Do you know
This
what?
is Hollywood 5.
Yeah. The thing is, with
Hip-hop bubblegum.
I've seen breakdance more times than I've seen Beat Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I
too.
know breakdance
Me too.
more than
Yeah.
I know Beat Street. But Beat Street's scene with with the soundtrack to Breaker's Revenge. That scene alone, it's raw. That's the scene. That's the money
like pure
maker of the
80s,
movie.
man.
That's 80s in the
talking about
box.
it is
right
like
there.
I'm back in the 80s.
Yeah. So just for that scene, I'm giving it. No, I'm not giving it to Beat Street. I'm giving it to breakdance because I have more memories.
Yeah,
of
okay,
breakdance.
that's fair enough.
Right.
That's fair enough.
And after our speaking to Turbo, we know a bit more about that film. There's a bit more connected to breakdance in that respect. But Beat Street,
That's true.
if an alien came down from space and I want to know about the breaking culture, I'll watch Beat Street.
Watch Beat Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's more of a connection to breakdance.
No, I hear you.
Yeah, no, I get that as well. Definitely, man.
It's understandable.
You know, Stacks, are you ready to talk?
Yeah. I think for its rawness, I'm going to give it to Beat Street.
Yeah, Chris.
It's a hard one, man. They both had one's got Ice-T and Kool Moe Dee was in Beat Street, so it's which one do you go with? But like you say, D, I think we watched breakdance enough, lots of time, just to see how they done footwork and prancing and popping and locking, and I don't know, but Beat Street is breakdancing, man. It's battle breakdancing.
That will go in a hip hop museum way before breakdance will go in a hip hop museum.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna go with breakdance for the same reasons.
it just resonates more, innit?
We chatted to Turbo, who's like a hero of ours from growing up, man.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a connection with breakdance, but it was definitely bubblegum compared to Beat Street, man. Soundtracks, I still listen to the soundtracks of both actually.
Yeah. What did you say, Leroy?
No, just saying it resonated with you guys more, innit?
Yeah. No. What was your verdict?
Give me the leg
Breakdance?
warmer idea, man.
Better did.
I like that one. You got out of that one.
But that's
was their
him
fault.
watching. But that's him watching it on Kelly's legs. That's why.
Touche.
I think it was the black dude she hung around with, but I can't remember his name.
The super camp guy.
Yeah, I think it was more him. I think he had a.
The guy with leggings and the vest.
Or Jean-Claude Van Damme in the background.
Yeah.
That was the mankini, man. I never got that far, man. He had like mankini on like fucking Ali G.
I was in breakdance in the background.
So, Louis,
Oh yeah,
what did you
so
say?
Beat Street for me.
Beat Street. Okay, so Stacks, Leroy, Beat Street.
Yeah.
Us two on breakdown. All right. So we're staying in the zone. We're staying in the 80s. We're staying in the whole hip hop. We do know the 5 elements of hip hop, man. We're gonna go to one of the other elements of hip hop. No, this ain't one of the elements of hip hop, but this is what hip hop's about. This is what hip hop used to be about, and you see it in certain ciphers now and so on. But we're talking about community. We're talking about the violence in hip hop in the 80s. And do you guys remember the song Self-Destruction?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop the
it was a
violence.
collective. I don't know why we ain't got that again in hip hop, but it was a collective of. It was put together by KRS-One.
KRS-One. It felt like a real sort of game changer when it come out. Like it's like, man, this is
Yeah,
like I've
and
never
it-
known
and it
someone to do this for
Continued,
violence.
yeah.
Like if for local,
Exactly.
not local violence, but violence within your community.
within the community.
create a.
It was around the time when Scott LaRock died. It's just after Scott LaRock
Yeah,
died.
I think that was the big
that
influence
was
on
the spark, isn't
on
it? Yeah.
KRS-One doing it. Yeah,
And a lot of rappers at the time
everyone was on it.
could relate to
Yeah.
what was going on. So you had Dexter Sonic, you had Public Enemy,
Heavy D,
Heavy D,
MC Light,
yeah.
Kool Moe Dee, you had
Kool
Heavy
Moe
D.
D.
Yeah, the whole crew
Everyone you could think of, man.
putting this together to make the song Self-Destruction. And the song was about putting down your knives, putting down your guns,
Yeah.
and working together. That was the message. Self-destruction, we're headed for self-destruction. So you're thinking, okay, so what's going to verse against this? And the next verse, who this is against, is going to be a game changer. You're going to have to think and go,
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
So the next
drops.
song is from a singer. He dropped his second album. You know what? In Billboard's eyes, his first album wasn't a hit. So he went, fuck this. I'm going to make an album that appeals to the pop masses and to my loyal fans, but I'm just going to smash it this time. Smash it. And he knocks out the park, and he's a legend, as the whole world knows up to this day. And that's Mr. Michael Jackson. But what tune are you still thinking am I talking about? What tune is going to challenge self-destruction? What tune is talking about violence? Mate, he wore his leather jacket. He went to the local pool club. He was just about to see two guys get their blades out and fight. He stepped in the middle of them, made them dance with him while singing "Beat It."
He just told him to beat it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The whole
my
song's
God.
about gang violence, and he's just saying, "Just beat it." No one wants to be defeated. Dance instead of pulling out your knives, brothers. That's his message in that song. Michael Jackson. Everyone's dancing. Just beat it. No, he's talking about ending violence on the streets, bro. You know what I mean? Let's dance it out in routine. So, guys,
Choreography.
what tune
Get
was
it.
better? What tune was better? Michael Jackson's "Beat It" or I can't remember who put this tune together, but put together by BDP and
BDP.
Stop the
Yeah.
stop the violence
Stop
movement.
the violence
Stop
movement.
the violence movement. Self-destruction.
Self-destruction. Beat It or
89.
self-destruction. What we saying?
See, self-destruction is more to the point. It's like, listen, this is what's going on, and if you don't want to head down this road, you need to stop. Beat It's a bit more. What's the word?
Hidden
I'm looking for?
messages.
Yeah,
But you know what? But no, Michael Jackson's so mesmerizing that if you listen to the lyrics, you understand.
It's clear, yeah. But back
They
in the
gonna do
days,
better,
even
don't
sing.
come around here.
Yeah.
Mate, they'll kick you and they'll beat you
Yeah.
and they'll tell you it's fair. He's telling you, don't go in the gang.
Yeah.
No one wants to be defeated.
You could sing it word for word back in like when we were younger and not get that though. It was like it wasn't hidden,
yeah,
but it was subliminal.
But that's the
Because
thing.
the video was mesmerizing. You were taken away because self-destruction. We're going on the song. We're not picturing the video.
Yeah, you don't picture the video. You picture the
We're
song.
just hearing the song in our head, right? But when you say "Beat It," you're seeing a red jacket.
Yeah,
You're seeing a pool table.
pool table with no pockets.
You're seeing the guys that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're seeing all
That's
all
what I'm
that.
saying,
So
is it that mesmerizing that the message was lost.
I think so.
Because I'll be honest with you, I didn't think that either.
even though he's saying "just beat it," you're just saying
Yeah.
It's just like his song Thriller. Why is he singing about Thriller? Like what does it mean? It means nothing, but it's a hit.
Yeah,
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just like Billie Jean, he's talking about a girl saying that the kid's his, but he's saying the kid ain't his. But we
Yeah.
just went, okay, we just danced to it.
yeah.
He's just saying, nah, that ain't my kid.
Beat it, beat it.
You know what I mean?
I understood eat it more than I did beat it back in the days.
Remember eating.
Yeah, that was the point.
Have some more
so, yeah,
chicken,
what-
have some more fries.
Have some more. Yeah. So what we saying? What we saying?
Ooh, it's MJ, man. But then it's the collective of hip hop.
Self-destruction.
I'm going with
We're heading
KRS
for
because the message.
self-destruction.
Yeah, that was a big tune, man.
I never ever run from the Ku Klux
Klux Klan,
Klan.
but I shouldn't have to run from a black man. So
Exactly. Yeah, come on, man.
It was direct. It was in your
Yeah,
face, isn't
it
it?
was
Like,
direct.
he's telling you, man. He's telling you, like,
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing
That's
this.
empowering, that is, man.
For getting the message across, I'm gonna go
Yes.
with stop the violence movement.
Yeah.
yeah. So Leah, what you say?
Both at the time gave me goosebumps, man. I think for me, self-destruction, reason why, because I got to see my favorite MCs. I recited every single rapper's verse on there. They call us animals. I don't agree with them. I prove them wrong, but what is we prove with them? Take heed to only do what I'm saying, or we'll all be on our knees praying. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm just saying. I just recited everything. MJ's Beat It at the time, my God. Top of the Pops, when I used to see that just used to make my hair stand on end.
Yeah.
But I'll just edge it to self-destruction, man.
I know there's listeners to that. They're going, trying to listen to the Beat It lyrics in their head now, going, yeah,
Yeah, I know.
But it's true. It is about violence. It is about gangs.
But the video was, captivating, man.
It painted that picture.
It painted that picture.
Yeah.
Big up MJ,
So-
anyway.
Yeah, big up MJ. But wildly, I remember someone suggesting that the song was about playing with yourself.
Oh,
But anyway.
come on. Leave that to naughty knowledge.
I didn't
No,
even
like some
think of
people
that one.
might say.
I didn't even think of that one.
In fact,
Yeah,
naughty
that's what-
knowledge. What do you have to say about that?
I didn't even think of that. I should have come up
Just
with that.
beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it.
Don't eat it, eat it, eat it.
Let's move on to our last. So our last one, I love this last one. Because these two guys needed a beating. We're all going to agree through seeing these guys, but they're kind of lovable bullies, but you still want. They're like Mr. T, like, but you still want him to get. You still want him to get beat, though. You still want him to get beat. You still want him to get. Both bullies on screen. When you knew they were on screen, you thought, something's going down. And when they got their comeuppance, they both got their comeuppance, but a bit like the fall from grace, but not the fall from grace, because these were bullies and they got the comeuppance. But which comeuppance was better? Which bully was the worst bully? Let's get into them. Now, our first bully was from one of my favorite films, not just comedy films, not just films with a rapper, comedy films. And we're talking about Friday. And in Friday, there was only one bully.
Oh, mate.
You hide your chains, you tuck yours in, you hide your you put your money in your pocket because you know Debo is in town.
What you got for me, Craig?
He's robbing you. He's robbing you on the bike he robbed off you.
Yes.
And punches you.
You know the bike I gave you last week?
What bike?
Oh. I didn't know you wanted that back. It's over here.
He was.
Yeah, because it's kind of both ours.
Love that movie. Love that movie.
Hey, mate, favorite
Brilliantly
movie
written,
of all time.
brilliantly put together, on the
Indeed.
smallest budget ever. That's
Yeah.
a
is good.
diamond.
Classic.
Anyway,
classic
and
film.
Debo, he was an ex-WWF wrestler, wasn't he?
Zeus, yeah.
Zeus,
Zeus.
yeah.
So he was always
Yeah.
popular in the States
He
or in
was
the
good.
wrestling world, but he didn't have to do much. But what he did, he was like Terminator. Just
He
look
bullied
around him.
everyone.
Yeah.
Adults, kids, everyone.
Perfect, yeah. Perfect. But you're thinking, what bully is he up against? What bully? Unfortunately, we only got to see Debo. Was he in the other Friday films, Debo?
Yeah, he was.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in the second one. He
Yeah.
escaped
Oh,
from
he come out
prison.
of jail, didn't he? Yeah.
Was he, in
escaped.
he was just in two of them, yeah?
Yeah, and Sticky
so.
Fingers was his sidekick in that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Yeah, I didn't get into that.
The
Anyway,
the first Friday is the best one out of all of them
best
anyway.
one. Best
Yeah,
one. There
it
is
is.
another one coming out. With
Yeah,
all
there's
of the
another
old
one coming
cast
out.
coming back.
Yeah.
But rest in peace, the guy who played Debo. What was his real name? He passed away a couple of years ago, right?
Tiny Lister.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Was it last year he passed away? The year before?
It's not
Last
long.
year?
I think it might be a
was
few years
recently.
ago, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was recent.
But so she's thinking, what other bully? What other bully? We only saw Debo in 2 movies, and I would say 1.5, because he wasn't a big feature in the part.
Yeah.
So. But we got to see this bully as himself, as his granddad, as his great-great-granddad, again in the past, again in the future. Wow.
Oh,
think
I
it away.
know.
Yes.
This one's good.
And they both got bully names. So who is it?
Yeah.
Is it Debo or Biff?
Biff Tannen.
Wow. Hey, McFly.
Biff
Hey,
Tannen.
what are you in there, McFly?
They
Yeah,
are
he was
king
messed
of the
up.
bullies. But remember, the question I'm asking here is, who got the better comeuppance? We're all saying Debo, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know the reason why I say Debo? Because even my mum, every time she watches Friday, she says, I can't stand him. And when the fight's happening, go and beat him.
Yeah. That's what if you're going by comeuppance, then yeah, I'm going Debo. But I think as a bully, Biff, like you say, he was a bully in the future, the past. He was a bully all over the show.
Yeah.
Even when he was waxing cars, he was still
Biff was a bastard. Sorry, kids.
he was still a bastard. Yeah, it's true. And then at one point, I think in Back to the Future 2, he becomes loaded, isn't it? He's got his own like Trump Tower thing going on.
Yeah,
and
because you've done the almanac thing. Yeah.
McFly.
Yeah.
he was a bastard bully, man. But if you're going on comeupances, then definitely when
Yeah, it's got to be Debo,
Yeah.
man.
When Debo
'cause
gets
Debo
it,
went
it's-
on, mate. He was robbing
Because he
people.
terrorized
he
everyone.
terrorized
man.
everyone, he needed that.
What up, Stanley? Well, fuck you then.
So based on what Chris just said, going on who got the best comeuppance, who was the best bully then? If Debo and Biff had a fight, who's winning?
Oh, Debo's
Debo,
busting
yeah.
him up, mate.
Debo, innit?
Debo's finishing that dude off, mate.
But the thing is, Debo terrorized the whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like,
Yeah. Biff only bullied one person.
yeah, and Debo would circle around the block. If he robbed that person, he'd go round the block, come
Yeah.
back at 6 o'clock and rob that person again.
Yeah, he ain't hiding from no one.
Whereas Biff had all the mouth and was the bully, but if you fronted him, he was a bit of a coward, isn't it? He weren't as he wouldn't stick up for himself
Yeah.
like how Debo would.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Devo gave took his bike, took what's his guy's name's bike and his chain.
Debo did it alone. Biff had a crew with him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We got about $200. Hi, Debo. I got about $200.
I got about $200.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Debo's the worst bully of ever.
The worst
Time
bully ever.
traveling bully. is
Like
the other
there ain't
one.
no other bully that even comes close to Debo in my eyes. I'd
what I'm
hate to
saying.
know a Debo.
You'd move, innit? If you lived there, you'd like,
Oh,
I'm moving.
mate.
I don't
Yeah.
care where
Could
I'm
I'm selling
living.
everything and out.
Exactly.
I'm
How
moving.
can you be forced to rob a house, then think you've hit the jackpot by stealing $200, and then the guy tells you, "No, I've got $200."
Yeah.
But what's worse? What's worse is robbing a yard and standing outside it afterwards
Yeah.
and talking to the
Give a
owner.
fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
what?
Yeah, Debo, it's brilliant
Debo
casting.
didn't
Yeah,
care.
it is good. Good casting, man. Brilliant film.
Brilliantly casted. Both really good. But I think
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, Biff. No, round
Yeah,
of applause to
they
Biff
are
as
they
well.
are top. They are the two top movie bullies. You know.
I've got to say, DL, you've done it again.
I think.
Well done with
Very
that.
good.
Excellent show. Excellent
So
versus.
guys.
Battles without knives. That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
yeah.
need knives to fight battles.
Don't need knives. We either sing, we either make a song, we dance, we train, we go to space,
Have a punch up.
we have a punch
Have a
up.
punch up.
Or have a punch up.
Oh my
Punch
gosh,
up.
man.
One-on-one mind, not a group, just one-on-one.
One-on-one. All of these battles were one-on-one. It's like
You live to fight another day.
There you-
exactly. Guys, that wraps up another episode of our time traveling back into the 1980s. Please follow us on all socials, man. Check us out everywhere. We're on every social you can think of. And listen to our past podcasts, listen to this podcast, listen to our charity Life's Not Nice podcast, and keep the movement going. Keep this going. We're doing this for you. You know,
man.
we love the 80s and 90s, but we're doing this, guys. We're doing this for you guys. Not enough of us go back and reminisce, and we're giving this to you. We are literally the kings of the 80s.
We're giving you back those memories that you lost from
That you-
decades ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The 90s, yeah.
we need it all. We need to bring this back to you. If there was a group version of Mastermind, if us four went on it, we'd beat anybody. This is I feel like General Zod right now. We challenge anybody. Do you yield?
Who is this Superman?
Take him. Like,
Oh God, Zod.
I defy anybody. Like, we would defeat anybody. So I'm just putting it out there.
Come, Lex Luthor, ruler
Ruler
of
of
Australia.
While you're talking about Lex Luthor, we should say maybe, rest in peace.
Yeah,
of
let's have a word for Gene Hackman.
Oh, Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
sad,
gosh,
sad,
man.
sad, man.
Amazing actor.
Yeah.
You know, Miss, that's my guy.
Oscar winner. And you say, isn't it, for us, there's never going to be another Lex Luthor. He is Lex Luthor.
He is Otis Burke. Oh, sorry, Mr. Luthor. Look,
Bad. Great actor, man.
Dean Hackman.
Oh my
like
God.
Like Superman is just a drop in the ocean of his talents. Like
Yeah.
we connect him Superman because that's our era. But
Yeah.
so many other films that this guy done.
Loads.
French
Amazing.
Connection.
Come on, man. So many.
Yeah.
Crimson Tide with Denzel
Yeah.
Washington.
Film.
Later on. It's
Yeah.
So many films.
Enemy of the State with Will Smith.
There you go. Gene.
Bat
Hackman.
21, one of my favorites.
Bat 21.
Bat 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gene
Come on.
Hackman. Brilliant.
Come on,
Brilliant
come on,
actor,
come on.
man.
So yeah,
Generational talent, man.
generational
Definitely.
talent.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Gene Hackman. Yeah, but back to us challenging anyone. We're ready. Okay. So, any other listeners out there, find us, talk to us, message us. If you think you can beat us in our knowledge, test us, and we'll beat you.
Yeah. Test that.
I like that. You see, Fantastic Four, man. Dream team.
We're waiting.
Yeah.
We're waiting. Find us on all socials. Find us, and we'll have it out.
That's it.
I'm Mr. Lucas.
And Chris.
I'm Stacks.
And I'm the last dragon. From You're the Best Around to Beat It Self-Destruction to Rising Up, Eye of the
I'm
Tiger.
the Tiger.
We bow out now. We bow out. And you know this, man.
Wicked.
Till next time. Peace.
Those Those were the days I remember.